Okay, I had a request to do another story, so here we go. It's called The Mitten. It doesn't tell me the author's name. It says adapted and illustrated by Jan Brett. Oh, okay, I see. It's a Ukrainian folk tale. Okay, so that's why it's adapted and illustrated by Jan Brett. Okay, let's check this out. All right. Oh yeah, this is very colorful. You're gonna like this one. Once there was a boy named Nicky who wanted his new mittens made from wool as white as snow. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Trees covered in snow. There's Nicky ready to play in the snow, and that must be his grandma, I guess, huh? At first, his grandmother, Baba, did not want to knit white mittens. If you drop one in the snow, she warned, you'll never find it. But Nicky wanted white, snow white mittens, and finally, Baba made them. Okay. A mole, tired from tunneling along, discovered the mitten. Wait. I'm sorry. I skipped a page. These are really thin pages. I'm sorry. After she finished, she said, when you come home, first I will see if you are safe and sound. Then I will look to see if you still have your snow white mittens. So off Nicky went, and it wasn't long until one of his new mittens dropped in the snow and was left behind. Uh-oh. Yep, climbing the tree. That'll do it. Done it before myself. A mole, tired from tunneling along, discovered the mitten and burrowed inside. It's cozy and warm and just the right size. So he decided to stay. Okay. It's hard to see him. Look for him. Can you see him? Can you see him? Can you see him? It's hard to find him, isn't it? Well, he's right there. There's the mole. Yeah. Okay. A snowshoe rabbit came hopping by. He stopped for a moment to admire his winter coat. It was then that he saw the mitten, and he wiggled in, feet first. The mole didn't think there was room for both of them, but when he saw the rabbit's big kickers, he moved over. The rabbit in there with him in that mitten here. See, there's a rabbit, and there's the mole still right there. Oh, that's funny. Next, a hedgehog came snuffling along. Having spent the day looking under wet leaves for things to eat, he decided to move into the mitten and warm himself. The mole and the rabbit were bumped and jostled, but not being one to argue with someone covered with prickles, they made room. Look. how full that little tiny house is, huh? That's what they're treating it like, right? Oh, goodness. That's a lot of animals in a mitten. Okay. Oh, and check it out. The little kid's looking. The boy's looking for his mitten. And I see an owl is watching the whole thing here. We got a lot going on in this story. Wow. Okay. So the boy is still looking over here, so that's not part of the narrative. But I see he's still looking around. Okay. As soon as the hedgehog disappeared into the mitten, a big owl, oh, the one that was watching it all. A big owl, attracted by the commotion, swooped down. When he decided to move in also, the mole, the rabbit, and the hedgehog grumbled. But when they saw the owl's glinty talons, they quickly let him in. See, there's the boy still looking. And here comes the owl and the rest of them. And that looks like a tree that's been hit by snowballs, doesn't it? That's what it looks like to me. Oh, and it looks like, I don't know. It kind of looks like a raccoon or something down there, right? Who's hitting my house with snowballs? Okay. Oh! Not a raccoon. Ha ha ha. Up through the snow appeared a badger. He eyed the mitten and began to climb in. The mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog, and the owl were not pleased. There was no room left. But when they saw his diggers, they gave him the thumb. The boy's still looking. There's the badger. And there's the rest of the crew. That mitten's getting really fat, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Looks like Mr. Fox is taking a look too, right? Looks like a red fox there. Okay, the boy looks like he's having fun now. But he woke up a bear, it looks like. I'll show you in a second. It started snowing, but the animals were snug in the mitten. A waft of warm steam rose in the air, and a fox trotting by stopped to investigate. Just the sight of the cozy mitten made him feel drowsy. The fox poked his muzzle in. When the mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog, the owl, and the badger saw his shiny teeth, they gave the fox lots of room. But, you see, there's the boy, and it looks like he woke up a bear. Uh-oh. There's the fox, working his way into the mitten, but look. Uh-oh. There's a bear. The boy's now sitting on a stump, and it looks like something is inside the stump, too. We'll see. A great bear lumbered by. He spied the mitten all plumped up. Not being one to be left out in the cold, he began to nose his way in. The animals were packed in as tightly as could be. But what animal would argue with a bear? The mitten swelled and stretched. It pulled and bulged to many times its size. But Baba's good knitting held fast. See, there's the little boy, and look, there's something right there. There's our big bear. He's checking it out. Look how big that mitten is already. And look. Uh-oh. Looks like a tiny, tiny little mouse, right? Okay. So, let's see what the mouse does. Okay. The boy has a mitten on his belt. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the... Okay, along came a meadow mouse, no bigger than an acorn. She wriggled into the one space left and made herself comfortable on top of the great bear's nose. Ooh. See, there he is with one mitten here. Right? Look at the mitten, and there's the bear, and there's the mouse on the bear's nose. Okay, and there's the boy. One hand with a mitten and one hand that doesn't have a mitten. So, let's see. Okay, the boy's still looking. The bear, tickled by the mouse's whiskers, gave an enormous sneeze. Ah! 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 Ka-choo! The force of the squeeze shot the mitten up in the sky and scattered the animals in all directions. See, there's a little boy still looking. Look at everybody flying. Woo! And there's the boy. He looks like he's running, right? Let's see. Oh, now it's not the boy looking, it's the fox and the mouse are right there. And it says, on the way home, Nicky saw a white shape in the distance. It was the lost mitten, silhouetted against the blue sky. Ooh, he saw it flying through the air. See, there's the fox and the mouse. He sees it. Oh, 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 oh. There's the mitten up there. Woo! And there's the rest of the crew that was inside the mitten. As he ran to catch the snow white mitten, he saw Baba's face in the window. First, she looked to see if he was safe and sound, and then she saw that he still had his new mittens. Okay, so what do we got? Oh, they're all looking for new places to get out of the cold. The animals. They're all finding new dens. Papa's wondering what happened. What happened? No, even better. What happened? Some of you know what I mean by that. All right. Well, I hope you have a good night's sleep and that you enjoyed this story. All right. Good night.